During stage 1, sunlight splits water into molecules in the chloroplast into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen combines with other atoms in stage 2, and the oxygen is released into the environment as a waste product. That's pretty convenient for you and me because we need the oxygen. A product is the substance that's formed after a reaction takes place. It is the result material of the reaction. Some oxygen gas exits a leaf through the openings on the underside of the leaf. They're called stomata. Almost all oxygen in Earth's atmosphere is produced by living things through the process of photosynthesis. All of our oxygen is coming from the plants? Almost. Wow, that's pretty cool. Match the events that occur during the 2 stages of photosynthesis. So we got stage 1 and stage 2, and our options are hydrogen combines with the other atoms, sunlight is absorbed, oxygen gas is released, and I apologize, I forgot to subscript the O2 there, and water is split into hydrogen and oxygen. So you match those to stage 1 and stage 2. I got a picture here that might help you out with some of those, and you can read the text again to find those. So in stage 1, sunlight is absorbed, right? That light comes in. The water is split into oxygen and hydrogen, right? In stage 2, the hydrogen is moved to stage 2, and it combines with the other atoms, right? The oxygen gas is then released, and sugar is made. So, we've talked about this a bunch. Photosynthesis takes place in chloroplasts, as shown in the diagram figure 4. Specialized structures in the chloroplast contain chlorophyll. I want you to add labels to the arrows in the diagram to indicate whether water, carbon dioxide, sugar, or oxygen is leaving or entering the cell at stage 1 and stage 2. Okay, so you're going to fill in these blanks here. So here are our words: carbon dioxide, oxygen, sugar, and water. Okay. We take water, and I messed that up. This should be water outputting to oxygen. My apologies for that. And this should be carbon dioxide outputting to sugar. The sugar should be over here in stage 2. The oxygen should be over here in stage 1. That will be correct in the formative. Making food. In stage 2 of photosynthesis, cells produce sugar. Sugars are carbohydrates that are useful for storing chemical energy for building larger molecules. Glucose, which has the chemical formula C6H12O6, is one of the most important sugars produced in photosynthesis. The energy stored in the chemical bonds of glucose allow cells to carry out vital functions. How is glucose like a battery? Think about that for a minute. Here are your options. If you lick them both, they both have a distinct taste. They are not alike at all. They both use chemistry, and they both store energy. Choose the best option. Right? They both store energy, right? Glucose allows us to store energy. Energy stored in chemical bonds of glucose allow it to carry out vital functions. Batteries store energy. They're both a form of energy storage. Energy management is so important to society. It's so important to science. Anytime we're working with energy, pay attention It's super important. The production of glucose is shown in figure 5. Hydrogen, or H, that is coming from the splitting the water molecule in stage 1 is one of the is a reactant. It's coming in. The substance undergoing the change during the chemical reaction. The other reactant is carbon dioxide from the air. Carbon dioxide enters the plant through small openings on the underside of the leaf. Those are called stomata, and moves to the chloroplast. Powered by the energy captured in stage 1, the hydrogen and the carbon dioxide undergo a series of reactions that produce glucose. Now remember, I apologize, I put this in the wrong spot. The sugar should be over here on the stage 2, and the oxygen should be on stage 1. My apologies for mislabeling that. Again, I want you to match the events that occur in the two stages of photosynthesis, noting that I misidentified where these are at, right? So, we got stage 1, stage 2. Hydrogen combines with other atoms, sunlight is absorbed, oxygen gas, O2, is released, and water is split into hydrogen and oxygen. We match those up again. Stage 1, sunlight is being absorbed. Water is being split into hydrogen and oxygen. Right, so it should be oxygen down here. Stage 2, hydrogen combines with other atoms and oxygen gas is released. Right? So carbon dioxide comes in, hydrogen is combined with the carbon dioxide and other atoms, and we're releasing sugar and oxygen gas. Okay? The big picture of photosynthesis, figure 5. This view of photosynthesis is from the outside of the plant. The plant cells also break down glucose to release the energy they need to grow and reproduce. Okay, so we got our picture here. Right? We got the sunlight. We got the sunflower picking up the light. We've got oxygen coming off. We've got carbon dioxide coming in. We've got glucose coming out. And we got water going in through the roots. I want you to take the picture and write an R for each of the circles for the 2 raw materials. They're reactants. Add an E to the circle that's the energy source, and a P for the products. Okay, so we got these 3, R, E, and P. We want to label each one of these. So we've got energy source in sunlight, that's an E. We've got carbon dioxide as a reactant, that's an R. And we've got water as a reactant, that's an R. We've got oxygen as a product and glucose as a product.